So, welcome to another episode where we're going to answer your questions in a short video so you don't have to watch a half-hour video. Alright, so probably one of the biggest questions we get is about our bathroom, because there seems to be a stigma about combo bathroom shower, toilet, combo shower and toilets. That's what I'm trying to get out. So basically we only have a 20'6" van. We didn't want something particularly large. This was already a bit bigger than what we had originally wanted.
We originally were going to go with the 18-foot.
Yeah. So we wanted a bathroom, and we also wanted a really good couch because we knew that I would be working and we needed somewhere for me to sit. Also, we noticed that a lot of the vans, the way the couches sat, there weren't two entry points, which meant if there's 3 people sitting in the table and the last person wants to get out, everybody has to move. And that was a bit of a pain. So we hired a few vans and we didn't love that. So we decided we'd really like the club lounge. This particular van came in 2 layouts. You could either get the combo shower toilet with the club lounge, or you could get a separate toilet and shower and just a normal L-shaped couch. So we went with the combo. They're actually cheaper as well because you're not putting in, the ceramic bowls. It means they're lighter. There's actually quite a lot of positives to having the combo shower and toilet. Do we regret getting it? We've had this van for 6 months?
Yeah.
No, we do not regret it. We prefer this to the Ensuite. In the higher van, we had a proper Ensuite and we just found it to be really pokey. It was difficult to clean because you're trying to get on your hands and knees in tight corners and clean it, and you couldn't really dry yourself in there because there just wasn't enough room. This is a lot bigger. So if I hop in here, there is so much room. I can do this and my arms aren't touching, which is a big plus. I've had people say to me, but you don't wash your hair off grid. I do. I can't go, a week at a time without washing my hair. So I actually do wash my hair off grid and it's completely fine. So a few little hacks that we've done to make life easier, because this is a very small space. Now keep in mind that using the shower, for most people, you're only using it once a day. So if we're going to be using the shower, we just make sure everyone is showering it, one after the other. And it's generally right before Hudson goes to bed because then there's less traffic needing to use the toilet after. We have never had an issue with someone needing to use the toilet while someone's in the shower, because firstly, if you're off grid, no one's spending long enough in the shower for that to be an issue. And you can just ask before you get in, does anyone need to go to the shower? And if you're in a caravan park and someone was having a long shower because you had the water, there are toilets available at the caravan park. So I've heard that as an excuse a lot. That's never been an issue for us. So I might just grab the camera so we can show you some things. So firstly, we got this soap dispenser from Bunnings. I think it was $99 from memory. It's literally just siliconed on. We've been up to the Cape. We've done all sorts of things in it, and it has not.
The Marini loop.
The Marini loop. It's not come off. It's rock solid. I wonder if I can get them off. They do come out, but otherwise you just take the lid off, and then you can just fill the soap up. So we've got that. We've also got, this is a bit dirty. That probably needs a clean. It's just a little cup holder, and that's what I use to put my toothbrushes on. So that's not hard. Fusion lock toilet roll holder. Now that we've actually got quite high from the ground, and we just take it out and put it on the couch when we're going to have a shower. It's really not that big a deal.
Yes.
And we've forgotten a few times and it doesn't get drenched because it's up high.
And it actually makes it easier to use, because when you're on the toilet, when it's right beside you, it's really hard to reach it, whereas up higher it's easier.
And the other thing is Hudson can't actually reach it, which means he needs us to help him get the toilet paper, so we're not losing half a roll of toilet paper down the toilet.
Yes.
Okay. The next little hack we have in here is this light. Now, because it's a combo, we have the lights on the hatch and we have this little touch light. That unfortunately means that Hudson cannot put the light on in the toilet because all the switches are on the roof. So this was from Bunnings. I think it was $12. It's an automatic light and it goes on sensor, so it only turns on if it's dark. And as soon as you walk in here,
as soon as you open the door, it turns on.
Yeah, so it means if Hudson goes to the toilet at night time, he actually doesn't need us to help him because the light turns on, and that obviously also saves power.
Yeah.
Because it just runs off batteries, and the batteries last ages, hey?
Yeah, we've had it nearly 8 months, and I think we've changed 1 full lot of batteries out.
Yeah, so it's really not an issue. Now, the other thing we have in here is a Fusion Lock towel rail, And that is literally so if you want to have a shower and, you know, you want to get dressed in here after, you can hang your clothes up, you can hang your towels up. And, yeah, you don't have to get dressed outside if you don't want to.
No.
Like, it's no different than being in a shower block where you might just have a little bit wet feet. You dry yourself in here, you get dressed, you walk out straight onto the mat, and your feet are dry. So,
yeah,
not an issue. The last thing we have is, this is Fusion Lock as well. It's just a squeegee. So basically, the last person to have a shower has the 30-second, if that, job of just wiping the shower down with the squeegee. I'm not even that precious about it. It's literally just wipe, wipe, wipe. Like, it's, you don't have to get all of it, just as long as most of it's off the walls and the door. And then this is a two-way fan, so it can suck air out or it can blow air in. So after we have used the squeegee, we just turn the fan on for half an hour and it dries the shower. It's really not an issue. In winter, it is a little bit harder to dry the floor. Like, the walls dry really easy. But we do have one of these little, like, bamboo things, and it just sits on the wall here. And if we're in winter or a cold area and the floor's not quite dry, or if we need to use the toilet at 10 o'clock at night and the floor is wet for whatever reason, we forgot to put the fan on, you can just pop this down and you don't get wet feet. The other positives for the combo shower and toilet is cleaning. So in the normal ensuite, you're trying to get through this tiny gap to get into the shower to, like, scrub the walls. You're trying to get in between the basin and the toilet, and it's just basically a pain. I didn't particularly enjoy cleaning the bathroom in the other van. This one, when I'm having a shower, I can literally just take the shower rose off and I can just, like, you know, wash everything down. And because we're doing that, I find, because you're hosing it down and then you're squeegeeing it in the shower, it's not taking you really any additional time. And I find that we don't really get any build-up on the walls because it's all getting basically cleaned constantly. It also is good, we've got this little sink, which, to be honest, I thought was ridiculous when we got it. I was like, why do you need this teeny tiny sink when you have the kitchen sink? But we do use it for our teeth and washing our hands and stuff, especially if someone's cooking dinner. This can get a bit gross, like sinks do. But again, when I'm in the shower, I just pull the shower hose off and I just give it a bit of a scrub and it's done. Same for the toilet. You can literally just hose it off. So,
toilet training boys.
yeah, I mean, Hudson was toilet trained when we were in the van, like before we were in the van, so that was fine. But if you've got kids that are toilet trained and you're finding that there is pee on the ground all the time or whatever, you can literally just hose it down. It makes it easy. You don't have to do any scrubbing.
And also you get a bigger canister in this version of toilet.
That's very true. So because the toilet, if you have a look at it, it's sideways, which means the canister has to be longer to reach compared to when it's on this wall. So I think we've gotten an extra, 2 litres of capacity.
Yeah, you go from either a 15 or a 17 up to a 19.
17 to a 19 litre. So we got 2 extra litres of capacity just because we have the toilet facing this way. 2 litres is actually a lot when you're off-grid.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Considering most toilet chemicals, they want 2 litres of water chucked in with the chemical. By getting the extra 2 litres of capacity, you're basically negating the water from the toilet chemicals. Yeah. And really, like, through the day, you're literally just using it as a toilet. Everything's dry. At night time, it gets wet for half an hour or so, and then it's dry. So I really can't complain. I think combos are great. We think, or in our opinion, having your bunks on one side of the van and the bathroom on the other, it just makes the space so tight. Now you can get the concertina doors, which makes it better. But for the most part, it's really not an issue. Probably the worst thing about this caravan with the toilet is that it's right across from the front door. So if you're going to be coming in and out and not have clothes on, you need to make sure the front door's shut. But generally I find that, like, we just get changed in here. We don't even come out. So it's really not an issue. Yeah, so I hope that's answered all of your combo shower and toilet questions. We're quite happy with it. I would prefer this over a normal ensuite, unless we were in a couple's van. If we had a couple's van,
I'd go composting toilet.
I'd get a composting toilet and I'd get the nice big ensuite. But when you've got kids and you've got bunks, this is such a space saver. And yeah, we we think it's great. So if we haven't answered anything, pop them in the comments below. And yeah, subscribe for more short videos on caravanning essentials. Thanks.